Taking Yang. Hello, could you state your name, please?
Tao Yang.
Okay,
Tao
I
Yang.
need Mr. Yang's.
Oh, I don't have any court appointed.
Hey, Kelly, did you send your court appointed forms?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, since I'm at 10:04.
all right, we'll come back to the contact information then. This is State of Michigan versus Tao Yang 4380. Oh, that's I'm sorry, I'm reading the address. State of Michigan versus Tao Yang, Pittsfield Township Police Department, report number 23585. The case number is 23F10063. I'll appoint the public defender's office. You may proceed when you're ready.
Assistant Public Defender Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Yang. Mr. Yang, please state your full name for the court.
Tao Yang, TaoYang.
Thank you. Your Honor, we didn't have a chance to go over the complaint in the break in our meeting this morning. Could you please read it?
The complaint in this matter states that on or about January 14th, 2023 at 4380 Washtenaw Avenue in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, defendant is accused in count 1 of committing the crime of child abuse in the 3rd degree, knowingly or intentionally causing physical harm to a child. That's a felony with a maximum of 2 years. Count 2 is a charge of misdemeanor domestic violence. Defendant is accused of making an assault or an assault and battery upon Jean Gao, an individual with whom he has a child in common, or his spouse. This is a misdemeanor with a maximum of 93 days and or $500.
Thank you, Your Honor. We stand mute to these charges.
Okay, may address bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Yang, we would like to ask for a personal bond. However, we're trying to figure out where he can go since the address the only address he could be released to would be the one of the complaining witness. So I was going to get in contact with our AIM division to see if we can set up a different place for him to get him settled. He is a doctor at U of M. He has a PhD. He's gainfully employed there. He does have those 2 children. He informed me he's not on probation or parole. I didn't see any other open cases for him at the moment. I didn't see any active warrants. He informed me he does not have a medical marijuana card. He does not own any firearms, nor does he have to travel outside of the state of Michigan anytime soon.
Okay. Is it okay, Mr. Yang, if the court uses your phone number and your email to have contact with you?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'll give you a personal recognizance bond today. That means you don't need to pay any money to leave the jail today. While you're on bond, you're not to have any contact with your wife, Zhang Gao, or with your daughter, Dana Yang. You're not to go to the Washtenaw Avenue address, except you may take the police with you to get your belongings. When you get settled someplace else, you need to call the courthouse and let us know where you are. No contact includes reaching out to those people to initiate contact. It includes replying if they contact you. Don't use social media or another person to have contact with either of them. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs while you're on bond. No firearms, weapons, or ammunition while you're on bond. And do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. Do you have any questions about the bond conditions?
That means I cannot go back to my home from now on.
You can go with the police to get your belongings, but you can't live there right now.
Understand.
Okay, the court date will be a probable cause conference on January 26th at 9 a.m. over Zoom. Any questions?
Sorry, I missed the date.
January 26th.
26. Okay.
When you leave the jail today, you'll have paperwork that has that date on it, and then closer to the actual day, you'll get a notice to your email with the time to appear and the link to appear by Zoom. Okay, anything else?
No, thank you.
All right, you're all set, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Rob, on one of the Ann Arbor cases, Jeffrey, you're all set, Mr. Yang. Walk towards the door and they'll know we're done. I went ahead and did the swear to based on Detective Hoffman sending me the paperwork, but we didn't have the copy with your signature on it.
Oh, the complaint?
Yeah. If
Yeah.
you could send
Yeah,
to Paul the complaint and the prosecutor's portion of the bond recommendation.
sure. What's Jeffrey's last name?
That's the last name is Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeffrey. Okay.
Josiah Jeffrey.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing that actually right now. I just.
Okay. The paperwork, the complaint was ready.
Okay, yeah, because sometimes my true sign is working and not working, so I
Okay,
have to redo
so
it
just
all
so
the
you
time.
know, I don't have the
don't have-
prosecutor's portion of the bond form, and I don't have anything with your authorizing signature on it yet.
Okay, I'll do that right now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. If you have any questions, just ask me. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep working here.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Hello, could you state your name, please?
George Lewis.
Hey, Mr. Lewis, I have your mailing address on Burton Court. Is that a good place for you to get mail from the court?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it okay with you if the court uses your phone number and your email to have contact with you?
Yeah.
Okay, and the email is Andy Milton 424?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, this is State of Michigan versus George Lewis 23 FB 1106. I have received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you are ready, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you. Assistant Public Defender Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Lewis today. We are going to waive formal reading and stand mute to these charges, Your Honor.
All right, you may address bond when you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Lewis informed me he is not on probation or parole. He does have a driving case in 14B. It looks like he was seen on that on the 10th. However, we're kind of confused on that, but it was up in X jail, so I don't think it's holding him right now, but I just wanted to make a note of that for you. I did see some other holds for him. There is one in Wayne for no license, one in Macomb for uttering and publishing, Detroit for traffic, and Westland for a CCW. He is supported by family around here. He does have a 1-year-old child that he helps take care of. So we would like to ask for a personal bond today.
Any reason he has to have contact with the alleged victim or go to the Browning Court address?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll give you a personal bond today, Mr. Lewis. While you're on bond, you're not to have any contact with Miss Edens. No contact means you are not to initiate contact with her, so don't text her, email her, call her. Don't use social media or another person to have contact with her. Do not reply if she tries to contact you. Any questions about what no contact means?
No, ma'am.
Hey, do not go to 780 Browning Court. If you have belongings there that you need to get, you can contact the sheriff's department and they'll go with you to get your stuff. Otherwise, you can't be there, okay?
Okay.
No purchase or possession of firearms, weapons, or ammunition while you're on bond. Do not use alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs while you're on bond. No leaving the state of Michigan without permission of the court. No assaultive behavior, no criminal behavior. Any questions about the bond conditions?
No, ma'am.
Your court date will be a probable cause conference over Zoom on January 26th at approximately 9 a.m. Something will be sent to your email that has the exact time to appear and also the link for you to use to appear by Zoom on that day. Do you have any questions?
No.
You're all set, Mr. Lewis. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we ask Deputy Roberts, since she's still on? He's swearing out Sawyer.
Okay, Deputy Roberts, are you still on?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to do the swear to on Sawyer
Yes, ma'am.
And Demond?
and Demond also?
Yes, ma'am. For Damon, and I have a Taylor I'm waiting on as well.
Let's do Demond and Sawyer.
Okay, Paul's going to send us to a breakout room for Demond and Sawyer. Okay, the jail wants to know who's up next.
Nobody, not ready.
Not ready yet. We're going to go take a breakout, do a couple of swear tos. Be back in a few minutes.
Okay, good to go.
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem.
ITR two base. You just check key, so it's ITR, the transport will back to eight left. To use the rest.
Hey, officer, good morning.
Morning.
So I was not at the beginning of the arraignments. Which cases has she done so far?
She has done Mr. Lewis and Mr. Yang, I believe.
Oh, okay, perfect. So I didn't miss that much.
Right. No.
It's a really busy day yesterday.
Yes, it's been a busy 2 days for us down here.
People aren't behaving.
I would agree with that statement.
14 cases I issued. since last arraignment.
Is Snyder gonna be seen today?
Yeah, I've issued that one.
Okay,
So we should have, yeah, we should have 14, no, 15. Well, Lewis was done beforehand, so we had 15 arraignments today.
woohoo.
Yay. Well, it's gonna rain tomorrow, so hopefully it'll slow down.
I got 12.
12. She's
Yeah.
swearing in a couple more, so
Couple maybe I haven't heard of.
Yeah, I only had 12 too.
you only have 12?
Yeah.
Was Shannon Brown yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep,
that was
He had
yesterday.
2 cases yesterday.
Darnell Taylor we did. Okay, yeah, I'm counting yesterday here.
Yeah, and when I heard the name Taylor being called out, Taylor was done yesterday and so was Brown.
Okay, so yeah, 12.
Scared me for a
good.
second.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're gonna have a little problem with Taylor. He got out, so.
Oh, no. I thought he was on parole, wasn't he?
No, not that I know.
Oh,
Yeah, he was,
I think he
TR'd
broke
and-
that off.
oh, here she comes back.
all right.
That'll be always be your
Sorry.
key that you're back.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna take a recess, regroup, get our files together. We've got a couple other swear-tos to do. Rob, is Taylor gonna go?
Yes.
Taylor on the list?
Taylor.
Is Taylor on the,
Taylor was
is
Taylor-
Taylor on our
yesterday.
list?
He was.
Taylor
he
is
was-
yesterday, okay, because Deputy Roberts was asking about Taylor.
Yeah, no, he was done yesterday.
All right, so there's not a Bryant Taylor for today?
The only one we didn't do yesterday was Snyder.
Sawyer?
Sawyer's,
Snyder was the
Okay.
only one we didn't do yesterday.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, can I have the list for a second?
Oh, Snyder. Snyder was not done yesterday. That's the only one
Right.
that did not go yesterday.
That is.
Yeah.
Didn't go yesterday.
Okay, so is Joshua Black gonna go, Rob?
Yes,
All right,
I got
Um,
everything done on that list. So,
okay, so I've done the swear to for Grant and Demond and Jeffrey. And did we do William?
Another.
Okay, William Kennan is what? That was the
William
Mylan.
Kennan was Mylan PD.
Did the swear to on that. We did George Lewis and we already saw him.
That was the only,
Pringle did
Existing
the
date.
swear to on. Okay, who's got Sawyer?
we just did that.
Just did the swear to on that. Is Snyder gonna go today?
Yeah,
We
Snyder.
did the swear to on that.
No, Snyder, we gotta get Murphy.
Okay, we have to do the swear to for Snyder and Vander Ward.
Did you guys do Starbuck already?
I've done the swear to on Starbuck, yes.
Okay,
Okay, so we have those two swear tos to three, black. We need to do three more swear tos. And then we'll be able to do all of the rest of the arraignments. So I'm gonna just let's see.
I'll
Yeah,
just check.
so
in
we're
from
just
time
gonna
to
finish,
time.
yeah, we're just gonna finish these three swear tos, make sure we have everything signed and all the bond recommendations printed and ready to go. So I'm gonna say maybe 10 minutes.
All right, I'll
Um,
keep the screen up and I'll check back in 10 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
sounds
all right.
good. All right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hey,
He's just having us nice and comfortable.
All right. I think we've done all the swear tos.
I think we have.
all right.
So, we,
On base.
we can see people, any particular order, Paul? There's gonna be 3 people that need to sign advice of rights.
Do you want me to have them do that now?
Are they ready to go yet?
Let me.
They're
pull
not
up-
ready yet, but we'll get them. Yeah, why don't we get those put in first so you can do all that in one fell swoop? And then by the time we're finished with that,
So,
just put the files in and send them over. We can update them.
so Grant, Sawyer, and Pruitt Pringle are ready to go for you now.
Okay. There's 3 felonies that I can see now. Grant, Sawyer, and Pruitt Pringle. Those are all ready to go. And then the 3 misdemeanors are Vanderward, Black, and Snyder.
Yeah,
So-
Black, I'm waiting for the amended complaint. I flip-flop the victims, you know.
Right, I know, but we can,
Okay.
but we can work on I've already done the swear to with the officer. We can work on everything while that paperwork is coming through.
Sounds good.
Okay, so hang on one second.
Keenan is in the advice of rights right now.
Okay, and Keenan is advice of rights also. So there's gonna be 4 total people for advice of rights. We're gonna get those in ASAP. You can give me those 3 felonies that are ready in any order you want as soon as you're ready.
They're sitting right out here, so I'm gonna start bringing them in right now.
Okay.
As far as the advisor rights, what I'll do is when I bring those individuals in, who were they again? Cannon,
Keenan, which ones?
the advisor rights.
Keenan, Vanderward, Snyder, and Black.
Okay, so when I bring them in, I have it pulled up here, they'll sign it, and then you guys can start with them. They
Okay,
moved everything to one computer in here. I don't have. it
oh, that's not
yet.
ideal.
No, it's not, but I can have them sign it, we can start. right-
So you know what? This is just as an aside. We are redoing the whole on-base format. So maybe
Okay.
it makes sense to have the advice of rights signed later in the process when they're signing everything else.
But you can do that, I can have them sign it then, if that's okay with you.
Okay. What do you want to do, Paul? You understand? It doesn't matter for today, probably.
If he can work it so they can sign the advice of rights later, let's do that.
Let's have them sign the advice of rights later.
Okay, so
It'll
when
just
they're
be in the
signing
queue with,
with
yeah,
all the
it'll
other
just be in
legal
the-
documents. Okay,
yep,
all right,
it'll just be in the queue with everything else.
awesome, I'll have them sign all of it at the end.
Awesome.
And I'll
Okay,
bring
so in that case,
Sawyer.
we're still ready on those 3 felonies first. Yeah.
Okay, I'll start bringing them in,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome. Sawyer.
That advice of rights is stuck with them. Kenan is.
Okay.
We have to pull that out.
I will.
Hi, could you state your name, please?
Joshua Sawyer.
Sawyer?
Got one of these.
That might be it. Can you just hand me all of the court-appointed forms?
Can I? Don't have them.
Okay, we'll come back to the contact information then. All right, this is State of Michigan versus Joshua Larry, wait, how do you say your middle name?
Larry Wanye.
Wayne is how you pronounce that?
Wanye.
Larry Wayne Sawyer, Washoe County Sheriff's Department, report number 233731. Oh, I guess I do have a case number. It is 23FB1014. I will appoint your office, Ms. Yankee. Go ahead when you're ready.
Thank you. Assistant Public Defender Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Sawyer today. Could you please read the complaint for us, Your Honor?
Complaint in this matter states that between the dates of January 13th, 2023 and January 14th, 2023, at 2500 Lakeshore Boulevard, Apartment A505, defendant is accused in count 1 of unlawful imprisonment, knowingly restraining Tanea Thomas in order to facilitate the commission of assault with great bodily harm or assault by strangulation. This is a felony with a maximum penalty of 15 years and or $20,000. Count 2 is a charge of assault by strangulation. That's a felony. Again, with Ms. Thomas as the alleged victim, this is a felony with a maximum of 10 years and or $5,000. Count 3 is a charge of interfering with electronic communications, causing injury. This is a felony with a maximum of 4 years and or $5,000. And count 4 and count 5 are each a charge of aggravated domestic violence. Each of those is a misdemeanor with a maximum of 1 year and or $1,000. And again, Ms. Thomas is the victim, alleged victim on all of these.
Thank you, Your Honor. We stand mute to these charges.
Hey, Mr. Dowd, I took the testimony, I've read the bond form. Go ahead when you're ready.
If you don't have any additional questions, I'm gonna stand by the bond form. You know, she did have also a bruise on her right eye, a massive bruise on her left arm from this encounter. And my big concern here is he was on parole for similar type of crimes. I did not have a chance to see whether it was the same victim. I don't believe so, because they've only been dating since August of 2022. So.
Okay. There's another address listed for the no-go to, something on Brookwood. Do we know what that is?
I think that's her work. No, it can't be her
Okay.
work. Yeah, the police officers marked that. I did not know what that was. So,
and they didn't say anything to me about it when I was taking the testimony, so I don't know what that is either.
So, yeah.
All right, go ahead, Ms. Yankee. The request is for a cash component due to the violent nature of the incident, as well as the being the parole situation.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're going to ask for a low cash bond. Being in the parole situation, he does have a parolee hold now. So we would like to ask for a low cash bond. We went over possible bond conditions the court may place on him. He has no issue with the no contact and the no go to for the addresses. He informed me he does not have a medical marijuana card nor any firearms. He does not have to travel out of state anytime soon. I didn't see any other cases open at the moment for him. And for the parolee hold, for the charge, it was a home invasion charge, he informed me, and it was not the same victim.
Okay. And not a okay, so I don't have his criminal history here, so I don't know anything about that other case. A home invasion is not the same kind of violent felonies, but it does speak to I guess I need you to run his criminal history. Well,
Your Honor, on April 2017, he was convicted. He pled guilty to assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder or by strangulation.
is that what he's still on parole for?
I am not sure because I couldn't verify that. But he was given 23 months to 10 years on that.
Okay, so in 2017, he was convicted of a violent felony.
Yeah, and then he had an unlawful imprisonment that was dismissed on that same case. 2 counts of that was dismissed.
Okay,
Then he had 2019, he has same again, assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder, strangulation.
is that a conviction?
Yeah. DV aggravated.
And that
was also that same conviction on that same case, but it doesn't show me the sentence on there. And that's why I assumed it was the prison sentence for, because he also has another 2019 case, which he got 3 years to 10 months for assault with great bodily harm less than murder, which he pled no contest to.
Why isn't your office seeking to have bond denied on this file?
I mean, I would seek that. I didn't think I could get that because it's a 15-year felony.
Yeah, I think that that's why I'm printing his criminal history, because
I
it
would ask
sounds
for
to
that,
me,
but I thought because it was a 15-year felony, it's not a capital case. I couldn't ask for the no bond.
well, if he's on probation or parole for a violent felony, and he's accused of another violent felony, that is part of that court rule.
Okay.
I'll hear from Miss Yankee if there's anything else she wants to say, though, while I'm waiting for the criminal history.
Yes, sir. I mean, he is on parole hold, so he wouldn't be going anywhere at the moment. So we would just still like to ask for the low cash bond so we could still get credit
Okay.
for time served.
So this is what we're talking about under Michigan Court Rule 6.106 regarding pretrial release. The court may deny pretrial release to a defendant that is charged with committing a violent felony, and at the time of the commission of the violent felony, the defendant was on probation, parole, or release pending trial for another violent felony, or during the 15 years preceding the commission of this felony, the defendant has been convicted of 2 or more violent felonies under the law of the state or similar laws of the United States or another state arising out of separate incidents. If
Given
the
that-
court finds that proof of the defendant's guilt is evident or the presumption is great. So,
given that, Your Honor, I would amend my request to
Yeah.
no bond.
yeah, I'm going to deny bond on this file. So, Mr. Sawyer, there are very limited circumstances where the court is permitted to deny bonds. The presumption is usually that a person can have a financial bond in order to be able to potentially post that and leave the jail. Generally speaking, the policy of this court is that when bond can be denied, bond is denied, because the intention of the Michigan legislature is clear that that is such a small number of cases that there's been a decision that those are situations where a person is kind of de facto determined to be violent and dangerous. So your particular situation, as I just read the court rule, appears to fit within that statute. So I am going to deny bond in this case, finding not only that the statute applies, but that there's a danger to Ms. Thompson. While you're on bond, you're not to have any contact with Ms. Thomas. Do not go to her address on Lakeshore Boulevard. Do not go to any other place where she works or might be staying with her family members. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs, no firearms, weapons, or ammunition while you're on bond. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. No criminal behavior, no assaultive behavior while you're on bond. Do you have any questions about the bond? Okay, the court date will be January 26th. That will be approximately 9 a.m. over Zoom. Before you go, though, I just want to verify for myself that we're correct on the situation. Okay, so pled guilty in 2019 to assault with intent to do great bodily harm by strangulation. And all,
Dog, can y'all just speed this up, man, so I can go? Y'all already said what y'all said, bro. Let me go. Y'all denied my bond. I'm not trying to hear nothing
I'm gonna
else.
advise you not to say anything else right now.
I just want to verify for
Dog, we
myself.
verified it. Everything is verified, dog. We did all that stuff. Let me go, man. Like, dog,
Fine. See ya. Get out.
bye. Talking about.
Going to have a seat.
Be with you in a minute. Okay, so I'm looking at just to make the record perfectly clear for Mr. Sawyer. Since I didn't have this in front of me when I was speaking to him, I just want to put this on here correctly. He had a 10-year sentence. He's on probation for the assaultive charge from a conviction in 2019. So that puts him back within the court rule. I just wanted to make sure that that was accurate.
Thank you for
Okay.
checking your
Thank you.
honor. Appreciate it.
Okay, what is your name, please?
Tarak and Pruitt Pringle.
Okay. I have your mailing address on Grandmont in Detroit, Mr. Pruitt Pringle. Is that a good place for you to receive mail from the court?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so is your name, is it Rashad-Pruitt or is it Pruitt-Pringle?
It's Pruitt, it's Tarak and Rashad Pruitt hyphen Pringle.
So Pruitt-Pringle is your last name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Just want to make sure we have it in here correctly. All right, is it okay with you if the court uses your phone number and your email to have contact with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. This is State of Michigan versus Pruitt Pringle 23F10064. I have received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you're ready, Ms. Yankee.
Assistant Public Defender Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Pruitt Pringle today. We're going to waive formal reading and stand mute to the charge, Your Honor.
Anything you want to say about this, Mr. Dowd?
I would recommend a PR bond. He was cooperative with the police officer and he has no criminal history.
I believe he also has at least done the CPL course,
Yeah.
which honestly, Mr. Pruitt Pringle, then you shouldn't have been carrying something in the manner it was being carried. But
Yes.
I will give you, go ahead, Ms. Yankee.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. I was just going to ask for a personal bond as well. He's not on probation or parole, no active holds or anything. He's gainfully employed. He has a child on the way with one child right now. And we went over possible bond conditions and he was fine with that as well.
Right. So, Mr. Dowd, your office has listed him and Mr. Grant as co-defendants,
Correct.
but they're not really co-defendants. They're each charged with a separate crime from the same incident, correct?
Yeah, they were in the car together.
Okay,
Yeah, and they're both gonna
Um,
get both recommended PR bonds, so.
yeah, okay. All right, I'm going to give you a personal bond today, Mr. Pruitt Pringle. While you're on bond, you're not to use alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. Do not purchase or possess any firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. Do not engage in any criminal behavior while you are on bond. Do you have any questions about the bond conditions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Your court date will be January 26th, 2023, approximately 9 a.m. over Zoom. Something will be sent to your email giving you the exact time that you should appear.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
You're all set. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You can take your mask
Hi,
off.
what's your name, please?
Keyshawn Grant.
Grant.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Grant, I have your mailing address on Whitcomb in Detroit. Is that a good place for you to get mail from the court?
Yes.
And is it okay with you if the court uses your phone number and your email to have contact with you?
Yes.
Thank you. This is State of Michigan versus Keyshawn Grant. 23F20065. I have received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you are ready, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you. Assistant Public Defender Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Grant today. We waive formal reading and stand mute to this charge, Your Honor.
Okay. I think we've already heard from you, Mr. Dawood, but if there's something you want to say, go ahead.
No, I think I said it all.
Okay. Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're also going to ask for a personal bond in this case as well. Mr. Grant has informed me he's not on probation or parole. I didn't see any other open cases or holds on him. He's fully employed, and he's okay with possible bond conditions or may place on him as well.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Grant, I'm giving you a personal recognizance bond today. One of the things that I'm supposed to consider when I'm setting bond is whether or not a person presents a danger to the community. It is inherently dangerous to be in possession of a loaded firearm, period. We're not having a conversation about whether that's not true. And I know that because you are a human that lives on this planet, you probably know at least one person that's been harmed or killed or affected by gun violence. I'm not going to set a bond for you. I'm giving you a personal bond. I'm not requiring you to post any money financially. But if you, in the future, if you believe that it's important that you are possessing a firearm, you need to do it the right way.
Okay.
Get the training, own it legally, carry it legally. Don't buy it off the street. Don't own one that is unregistered. Do it the right way. That is what will help keep people safe, is if the firearms are owned properly and legally and by people who have training. All right.
Yes.
So for today, you have a personal recognizance bond. You don't need to pay any money to leave the jail. While you're on bond, you're not to use alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. Do not purchase or possess firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. No criminal behavior of any kind.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about those bond conditions?
No, ma'am.
Let me just verify your address. 12050
40.
12040. Okay.
Whitcomb Street.
Whitcomb in Detroit.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, got it. Okay. Your court date is January 26, 2023, approximately 9 a.m. over Zoom.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right. Good luck, Mr. Grant. You're all set.
Thank you.
Vanderwart can go, Keenan can go, Snyder can go, and Demond can go.
Vanderwart, Snyder, Keenan, and Demond. Any of those in any order?
Be right back.
Okay, thank you. Mhm.
Grab a seat.
I'll be with you in just a second. It's still in your arraignment queue. What do you need? Yeah.
Did we arraign him yet?
Yeah. Oh, it didn't get recorded?
Oh, you know what? I have two. Forget it.
All set? What's your name, please?
Justin Demand.
Okay, this is Demond. Let me know when you're ready. You ready?
Ron?
Okay, Mr. Demond, no address, no phone, no email?
I should have.
No, Your Honor, I sent an email following up to the meeting. So I sent that one because he
Oh,
did.
we're not, yeah, we can't do that today. Okay, I'll just ask him for it. What address are you gonna live at? I'm not gonna let you live at the Dorset Avenue, so what address for you?
I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, he could live there.
I'm sorry. Your dad lives out of state.
Right.
So I am going to allow you to stay where you are. Okay, I'm sorry. What's your phone number?
734-576-0904.
Do you have an email that you're willing to give the court?
I have one, but I don't remember all the
That's
whole-
fine. You can just give us a call later to make sure that we have an email for you. Okay?
Okay.
All right, this is State of Michigan versus Justin Demond, 23 FB 1013. I have received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You
No,
may
Your Honor, I said
proceed.
I accidentally said that by mistake because he refused to meet with me this morning.
Okay. Go ahead when you're ready.
Oh,
Wait, so I don't understand. What are you trying to tell me, Miss Yankee?
So we aren't appointed to this case. I just had one.
You are?
We are not. I had one prepped already. So it's already in my queue.
Why are you not appointed?
He refused to meet with us this morning. He didn't
Oh,
want
Mr. Demond, would you like to have a court appointed? You have the right to be represented by an attorney at every stage of the proceeding.
Understood.
So if you would like me to appoint the public defender's office to help just for today or with your case all the way through, I can do that. It's not mandatory, but it's available. Ms. Yankee is here today on this call, ready to help us.
I think I'm okay by myself.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna read you the charge in that case, okay? The complaint in this matter states that on or about January 14th, 2023, at 806 Dorset Avenue in Washtenaw County, Michigan, you are accused in Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, you are accused of committing the crime of assault with a dangerous weapon. That's also called felonious assault. You're accused of making an assault upon James Demond with a shovel. This is a felony. The maximum penalty is 4 years and or $2,000. I'm not asking you to tell me whether or not this happened or make a statement about it, but I want to make sure that you understand what the charge and what the penalties are.
I understand.
Okay, thank you. All right, are you on probation or parole for anything?
Not at all.
And my understanding is that this home that you're living in is owned by your father,
Understood, yes.
but he lives in a different state.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a personal recognizance bond today, so you don't have to pay any money to leave the jail.
Okay.
While you are on bond, I'm giving you some instructions about things you can and cannot do while you're on bond. A violation of the bond will lead to your arrest, and under most circumstances, then you're held in the jail until you can see a judge, which sometimes is a week or more. Okay? I'm not saying that to be aggressive or threatening, but I want you to understand that the things that I'm instructing you to do and not do actually have consequences. So the first thing is you are not to leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court.
Understood.
You are not to use illegal drugs while you are on bond. Do you have a medical marijuana card?
No.
You are not to have any contact with your father at this point. That includes replying if he tries to contact you.
Understood.
If he shows up on your property, on the property where you're living, you're going to need to call the police and let them know that you have a court order saying you can't have contact with him. Okay? I'm not ordering him to do or not do anything because he's not subject to the jurisdiction of the court. While you're on bond, you're not to purchase or possess any firearms, weapons, or ammunition. You're not to engage in any assaultive behavior or any criminal behavior while you're on bond. Do you have any questions about those conditions?
No, not at this time, Council.
Okay. Your court date will be over Zoom. If you'd like the court to email you the Zoom link, you need to make sure you call and update your email with us. Otherwise, you'll probably just get something texted to your phone number. The court date is January 26th. That'll be approximately 9 a.m. over Zoom. If you'd like to have a lawyer represent you, if you change your mind and you want a court-appointed lawyer, you can ask at that time. Okay, anything else?
I think this is it.
Okay, you are all set then, Mr. Demond. Thank you.
Thank you much.
You're welcome. Did we get the copy from Roberts with his signature on it?
I have to look. Finally got the last file. From
For Demond, didn't have his signature on it. Rob, there's a typo on that. They've got the victim's name spelled incorrectly.
They've
I'm
not.
gonna handwrite it, but
Okay.
just so you know.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I don't have black.
We still don't have black, Mr. Dowd.
Yeah,
That's the one that needed to be fixed.
yes, I just signed it and sent it.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, Deputy Farmer still has to sign that and get it back to us.
See, you can pull your mask down so they can hear you.
What's your name, please?
Torres Snyder.
Right? Snyder.
Yep.
This is not completed. I'm putting it here because we need that page from Roberts. That's to remind us that we have to do that. Mr. Snyder, I'm not going to let you live at that Green Road address. Do you have a different address where you can stay while your case is pending?
I'm not exactly, but I'll find a hotel or something.
Okay, so you're going to need to contact the court and update us with your mailing address when you get settled somewhere, okay?
Okay.
How about a phone number?
Yeah, I got a phone number.
Can the court use it to contact you?
Yeah.
What's your number?
734-550-7125.
Thank you. And is it okay if the court uses your email to contact you?
Yeah. It's my
Okay.
first name _ my last name at yahoo.com.
Great, thank you. State of Michigan versus Snyder, 232-0010. I've received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you are ready, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you. Assistant Public Defender Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Snyder today. Could you please read the formal complaint, Your Honor?
The complaint in this matter states that on or about January 13th, 2023 at 855 Green Road, apartment 306 in the city of Ypsilanti. You need me to stop?
Just cancel.
Okay. You're accused of committing the crime of domestic violence by making an assault or an assault and battery upon Fantasia Allen, an individual with whom you have a child in common or a resident of your household. This is a misdemeanor. The maximum is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines and court costs.
Thank you, Your Honor. We stand mute to the charges.
Okay.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry, I'm just gonna say I had nothing to add unless you have questions.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'd like to ask for a personal bond today, please. Mr. Snyder informed me he was not on probation or parole. He does have 3 other cases he is being seen for on Tuesday. 2 of them are in 14B. 1 of them is with you in 14A. He does not have any active holds. He's gainfully employed and he has good contact information. Also, we'd like to ask for a personal bond, please.
All right, I'm going to give you a personal bond today, Mr. Snyder. That means you don't need to pay any money to leave the jail on this case. I understand you're going to be held until Tuesday on some other warrants, but this file is not keeping you in custody. So once those are resolved, you can leave. While you're on bond, you're not to have any contact with Fantasia Allen. No contact means you cannot initiate contact with her, so you can't speak to her. You can't call her, text her, email her. Don't use social media or another person to have contact with her. And you can't reply if she tries to contact you. Do not go to the 855 Green Road in Ypsilanti address. You can take the police with you to get your belongings one time. So when you are released from jail, you can contact the Ypsilanti Police Department and they'll go with you to get your stuff. Otherwise, you can't be there. when you are settled someplace else, you need to call the courthouse and update your mailing address.
I was
No,
thinking about
go ahead.
getting a PO box and just doing it from there.
That's totally fine. Yep.
Okay,
The court will sometimes mail you something. And so I don't want to set you up to fail by having to go to the Green Road address where I just told you you can't go. Right. So it's important that there's an address where you can receive mail so that you know what's expected.
right.
All right. The rest of your bond conditions then are you are not to use alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs while you are on bond. Do not leave the state of Michigan while on bond. No purchase or possession of firearms, weapons, or ammunition. No assaultive behavior, no criminal behavior. Any questions about the bond conditions?
No questions. I understand.
Your court date will be January 26th, 2023, approximately 9 a.m. That will be in person in the courthouse on Michigan, it should be Michigan Avenue.
Just can have like
Yeah, in person on the courthouse on Michigan Avenue in downtown Ypsilanti.
I think I know where it's at.
It's right next to the police station and across from that chicken place. Pretty much where Ballard dead ends at Michigan Avenue. You'll get the paperwork you get when you leave will have the proper address on it. Okay.
Yep.
Anything else?
Not really.
Okay, you're all set then. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
Oh, I entered the file and I deleted it.
I've done that.
Not a good day.
Snyder, it's updated.
So we can do Keenan next, correct?
That's fine.
All right.
But have a seat before, well, I'm not looking at it.
Yep.
Go ahead, have a seat. You can take your mask off.
Yes.
A and B and
Yeah, I mean, the first one is assaulting a pregnant woman, so it's also a DV. Hi, could you state your name, please?
William Ken?
I have an address in Garden City for you. Is that where you're going to be living?
That or a shelter, yes.
Okay, but is that a place where the court should send your mail for right now?
Yes.
I didn't hear what you said.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is it okay with you if the court uses your phone number and your email to have contact with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. This is State of Michigan versus William Kennan III. Milan Police Department Report number 23312. Mr. Dawood, this did not get marked as a DV, but it clearly is.
Yes,
So I'm just gonna write that. Oh, it did on some things, and
yeah,
I see. Okay, it was slopped over onto the second page. That's the problem. I couldn't
Okay.
see it. Okay, so it's fine the way it is. All right, Ms. Yankee, I've received a form requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you are ready.
Thank you. Assistant Public Defender Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Kennan III today. We waive formal reading and stand mute to the charges, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Dawood.
I have no additional information unless you have any questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're going to ask for a personal bond today, please. Mr. Kennan informed me he was not on probation nor parole. I do not see any other open cases or holds right now. He's gainfully employed at Amazon. We went over possible and the bond conditions that the court will place on him. He said he has no issue with the no contact, the no go to. He does not have a medical marijuana card. He does not own any firearms, nor does he have to travel out of state anytime soon. So overall, we're going to ask for a personal bond, please.
Okay, I'll give you a personal recognizance bond today, Mr. Kennan. That means you don't have to pay any money to leave the jail today. While you're on bond, you're not to have any contact with Fantasia Ford. No contact means you cannot initiate contact with her. You can't call her, text her, email her. Don't use social media to have contact with her. Don't have another person deliver a message to her from you. You can't reply if she tries to contact you. Any questions about what no contact means? Okay, you're not to go to 266 Hurd Street in Milan. And the other issue with this complaint, Mr. Dawood, is that it's got the Washtenaw County Courthouse listed on everything. I'm not going to correct that. That obviously is wrong. The Milan cases aren't here.
Oh, yeah, that's correct.
It's got
It should be- it
the
should be a-
14A1 is on here. It should be 4. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm not going to fix that.
I can send out an amended complaint.
Yeah, but I think for today, we don't need to
No.
worry about that. Okay. So do not go to that address on Milan, except if you have belongings there that you need to get, you can contact the Milan Police Department. They will go with you to get your stuff. You can't be there waiting for them. You can't sit across the street or on the porch or anything. You have to wait until they are there before you are at that location. Otherwise, you're violating your bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs while you're on bond. No purchase or possession of firearms, weapons, or ammunition while you're on bond. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. No criminal behavior, no assaultive behavior. Any questions about the bond conditions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Court date, please, for 4.
Master?
Yep.
One.
The court date will be in person in the courthouse on Maple Road in Saline,
19.
the 19th. That'll be January 19th, which is this coming Thursday at 9 a.m. in person. Okay, so some of your paperwork might say that your court, that it's at the court on Washtenaw Avenue. That's not right. Okay, so there will be one piece of paper that you get that says at the top, notice to appear. And that one will have the correct address for the court. And also the phone number for that court. Okay? But I'm telling you right now, it's the courthouse in Saline. So that's where you need to appear on Thursday. Any questions?
Okay.
Okay, you're all set, Mr. Kennan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, have a seat in the front row. Anyone particular next, or just start going down the list?
As long as we do black last, everything else we can.
As long as black is last, everything else can go in any order.
Okay, good to go.
Thank you.
Go ahead, have a seat. You can take their mask down so they can hear it.
Hello, what is your name, please?
My name is Henry Albert Vanderwaard III.
Okay, Vanderwaard.
You're welcome.
It's a misdemeanor.
That one.
Mr. Vanderwaard, tell me how your last name should be. Is it all one word? Is it capital Van, capital Der? Tell me how it should be spelled.
In the English language or in a Dutch language?
The way that it is legally spelled for you on your legal documents.
Been a couple ways spelled by the system.
Okay, this is what I'm asking. The reason that I'm asking you
Yes, ma'am.
is so that we have it all connected,
Yes,
identifying you as this person. So I want to make sure we have it correct, okay?
Vanderwaard is my last name.
And is it,
Derwaard. Spell.
okay,
English way of spelling it. That's what's on my driver's license.
that's the way it's on your driver's license, is a
Yes,
capital
ma'am.
V and everything else lowercase. Okay,
Yes,
that's how
ma'am.
we have it also.
Good. Excellent.
All right, and then I have an address on McKinley Street in Chelsea. Is that a good place for you to get mail from the
Yes,
court?
yes. Yes, it is. Correct.
Is it okay with you if the court uses your phone number and your email to have contact with you?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. This is State of Michigan versus Henry Albert Vanderwaard. Chelsea Police Department report number 2300168. I have received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you are ready, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you. Assistant Public Defender Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Vanderwaard today. Could you please read the complaint, Your Honor?
This is a one-count misdemeanor complaint that states that on or about January 14, 2023 at 515 Chandler Street in the city of Chelsea, Washtenaw County, Michigan. Mr. Vanderwaard is accused of committing the crime of assault or assault and battery by making an assault upon Heidi Ray. This is a misdemeanor with a maximum of 93 days and or $500.
Thank you, Your Honor. We stand mute to this charge.
Go ahead, Mr. Dowd.
Nothing to add, Your Honor, unless you have any questions.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to ask for a personal bond today for Mr. Vanderwaard. This is because he informed me he's not on probation nor parole. I did not see any other open cases. I didn't see any holds. He's currently seeking employment. He has 4 adult children and 5 grandchildren that support him. We went over possible bond conditions that the court may place on him, and he has no issue with the no contact and no go to. He does not have a medical marijuana card. He does not own any firearms, nor does he have to go out of the state anytime soon.
Okay, had you been living at that Chandler address where Miss Ray lives?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, but you are now going to be living at this McKinley address.
Correct, and also on.
Okay.
That's correct.
You cut off there a little bit. Also what?
Yes, at the McKinley address.
All right. Any reason you need to have contact with Heidi Ray?
No.
Any reason you need to go to the Chandler address?
Yes.
Your belongings there you need to get?
Yes. And then again, it still may, it's being stipulated by the other sister, Bonnie, that owns majority of the house. She wants me to stay there as her friend and her caretaker. But why?
Okay, I'm not gonna let you stay there right now.
No, I understand.
Okay. This is a temporary court order. This is how I usually explain that. Something happened in that location that led to you being arrested and put in jail. And so it's always a good idea, no matter what the thing is that actually happened, for there to be a little bit of a cooling off period and some time away while things get sorted out. And then if it makes sense for all of you to be together again, or for you to be there and Miss Ray to be gone, that can be handled at a later time. But right now, because my job is not to decide what happened, it's better if we just put the no contact, don't go there in place temporarily. Okay?
Okay.
Not perfect, but we're already beyond perfect. That's why you and I are seeing each other. Okay. So I'll give you a personal bond today. You don't have to pay any money to leave the jail. While you're on bond, you are not to have any contact with Heidi Ray. No contact means you can't initiate contact with her. You can't reply if she tries to contact you. You should not have someone else deliver a message to her from you. While you are on bond, you are not to go to the address on Chandler in Chelsea. If you have belongings there that you need to get, you can contact the Chelsea Police Department and they will go with you to get your stuff.
Okay, I understand.
While you're on bond, no illegal drugs, no firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. No criminal behavior, no assaultive behavior. Do you have any questions about those bond conditions?
No, I have one question. What if I'm
Yep.
out on the street and she initiates contact with me?
Don't answer.
Don't answer. Excellent. That's what I thought.
Just don't answer.
That's what I
Yep.
thought.
Yeah. Okay, the court date will be January 30th. That is a Monday, and this will be at approximately 9 a.m. over Zoom. Do you know how to use Zoom?
I think so.
Okay, if not, you've got a couple of weeks to figure it out. Mhm.
We're Zooming right now. I mean, technically, with the.
Yeah, we're Zooming right now. That's right.
Okay,
So something will be sent to your email with the link to use to appear by Zoom. You can do it on a laptop. You can do it on your phone. You can come to one of the courthouses, not the Chelsea courthouse, but one of the other courthouses and Zoom from the lobby.
okay, will they have?
Any questions?
No, we're gonna find his, we'll get the Zoom link and get linked up for, the 30th morning.
Right, that's right. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Vanderwaard. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Go ahead, have a seat.
Hello, what is your name, please?
Josiah Jeffrey.
Okay, thank you. I'll be right with you. Jeffrey. Mr. Jeffrey, I have your address on Clinton Macon Road in Clinton, Michigan. Is that a good place for you to receive mail from the court?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it okay with you if the court uses your phone number and your email to have contact with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. This is State of Michigan versus Josiah Jeffrey 23F55010. I have received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you are ready, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Jeffrey today. Could you please read the complaint for us?
Yep. The complaint in this matter states that on or about January 14th, 2023, at 722 South Forest Street, in the city of Ann Arbor, Washtenaw County, Michigan, you are accused, Mr. Jeffrey, of stealing property from that location that belonged to several individuals, and that the total amount of the property was stolen was more than $1,000, but less than $20,000. The items you're accused of stealing are cell phones, a coat, glasses, credit cards, and wallets. And the people whose property that was are Ashley Aronson, Jenna Silverman, Amelia Danley, and Sarah Semko. The maximum penalty for this is 5 years and/or $10,000. Do you have any questions about the charge or the penalties? I'm not asking you whether you did this. Just want to make sure you understand what you're charged with.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. We stand mute to the complaint in charge. We would I'd like to have the prosecutor address bond first. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't have any
Go ahead.
additional information from the bond form.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Jeffrey informed me he was on probation in Lenawee County currently. He has one open case there right now where he has a possible hold where he's going to look into once he's released with the front of the court. He does have one other case he's being seen for Tuesday at 1 p.m. He has a 14-year-old son that he helps take care of. We went over possible bond conditions and he informed me he does not have a medical marijuana card, nor does he have a firearm, nor does he have to travel out of state anytime soon. So we'd like to ask for a personal bond, please.
I'll give you a personal bond today, Mr. Jeffrey. While you're on bond, you're not to go to that location. Hang on one second. Mr. Dawood, I do not have a signed copy of the complaint from you or the bond recommendation with the prosecutor's portion. So I guess before I get too far into this,
So
I
I'll
should
give
look
my,
and
I'll give you my official bond recommendation, which is a PR bond, and obviously.
Okay. It might be in on base.
Mhm. Let me contact Kristen, because I know I signed it and everything.
Yeah, okay. We just need to get that in the file before I leave the building today.
Okay.
Yes, it looks like a conditional release bond is what's in on base with the no contact and the no go to. Okay. All right, I'll give you a personal bond today, Mr. Jeffrey. What that means is you don't need to pay any money to leave the Washtenaw County Jail. While you're on bond, you're not to go to that location on 722 South Forest Street. You're not to have contact with anyone who lives at that address, or I believe that that is a sorority. You're not to have contact with any member of that sorority. I know you're not going to know who all of those people are. So and you probably don't even know these people whose property you supposedly stole. So just don't go to that location. Okay. And if you happen to find out the name or who one of these people is, don't have contact with that person.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Very much.
No illegal drugs while you're on bond, no alcohol, no marijuana, no purchase or possession of firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Any questions about the bond conditions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, your probable cause conference will be on January 26th, which is a Thursday, and that will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom. Do you have any questions about the bond conditions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you're all set then.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, I'm holding that one because it's not ready yet.
You take your mask off so they can hear you, please.
Hello, could you state your name, please?
Hello, my name is Richmond Starbuck.
Okay. I have your address on Winewood in Ann Arbor. Is that a good address for you to get mail?
Yes, that's correct.
And is it okay with you if the court uses your phone number and your email to have contact with you?
Yes.
Thank you. This is State of Michigan versus Richmond Starbuck. 23F55009. I have received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you are ready, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Starbuck today. We're going to waive formal reading and stand mute to the charge.
Yeah, one second.
Your Honor. Oh. Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, I apologize. Your Honor, this was a bank robbery. He does not have a long criminal history. No weapon was used or implied in this case. I gave a 50,000 surety bond. I think there should be some type of surety component, but I'll leave it up to your discretion. I am concerned about his mental health, Your Honor. He indicates to the officers that he doesn't have long to live, and he's gonna, hurt himself too.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're going to ask either for a personal bond or a low cash bond, please. He informed me he's not on probation or parole. We didn't see any other open cases nor holds. We went over possible bond conditions that the court may place on him, and he was fine with that. We went over the no contact to the no go to, and he's completely fine with that. He informed me he does not have a medical marijuana card. He does not own any firearms, and he does not need to travel outside the state of Michigan anytime soon.
Okay, thank you. So
And Your Honor,
I think that, yeah, go ahead.
I apologize for interrupting. I was just hoping to impress upon the court just some beg of mercy in the bond issue. My time left to live is in a matter of days and weeks, and I do have people I have to say goodbye to, and I do not.
What is the matter with you?
I have cancer. I have small cell lung cancer.
Who's given you that time limit?
I've been told that it's spread to my lymph nodes, and I've refused treatment. So, based on what I've seen with my father and what my
Okay, but this is a time. Okay, so I myself have had cancer in my lymph nodes. All right, so I'm here 14 years later. So, did you decide that you were going to die within a few days?
I was told within a matter of weeks if I did not receive treatment.
Told by who?
My doctor.
When were you told that?
By an oncologist. I was told that several weeks ago.
Okay. So what is your diagnosis?
Stage 3 small cell lung cancer.
Stage 3 what?
Small cell lung cancer.
that you need to say that a little slower. It's hard to hear.
Small cell lung cancer.
Small cell lung cancer. Okay. Go ahead. What else did you want to say?
Simply that I do not have money right now, and if I'm placed on bond, I will not be able to pay it. And I leave it to your judgment, but I would just ask for the court's mercy, and that's all I had to say.
Okay. Well, I am sympathetic to your diagnosis. I truly understand what you're going through and how that feels. Without, I would be remiss to have your statement of your life expectancy be how I decide what your bond should be. I hear what you're saying, and it's not good enough for me that you are indicating that you have a short time to live. Things change all the time. I don't have any information in my file indicating what your doctors have actually told you. That's all stuff that might become more relevant at your next proceeding. But for today, your word alone on that is not enough for me to do anything specific with that information. Having said that, the only reason that this is the type of charge that it is, and I'm guessing this at least partially informed the prosecutor bond recommendation, is that it's a bank that's being robbed. The person that I saw right before you stole approximately the same amount of property with a value of what you allegedly took from the bank with a recommendation for a personal bond. Banks have a lot of power in our criminal justice system. That's why stealing from a bank is a life offense and stealing from your neighbor is not. So I am going to give you a personal bond. No weapon was used. It's not other than the fact that a bank was the victim, it's not what we traditionally see as a bank robbery. While you're on bond, you're not to go to any Chase Bank anywhere in Washtenaw County. I'm just going to say don't go to any financial institution.
We did discuss
per-
that if he does have to go to a bank for some reason, someone else can go for him.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a
No.
problem. Actually, it's not, I think. And also, I am sorry, but I have not. I'm sorry, please.
I just didn't hear you say it again.
Oh, I was saying that won't be a problem because I use an online bank that doesn't have branches, and also I actually do not know what a personal bond is. If either you or my attorney could.
Personal bond means you're going to be released under your own personal supervision.
Okay.
So there's no financial component to that.
Thank you.
Okay. No purchase or possession of firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. Do not, I may have already said this, do not purchase or possess firearms, weapons, or ammunition. No criminal behavior while you're on bond. Any questions about the bond recommendations? I mean, the bond conditions are not recommendations.
No, Your Honor, and I will certainly follow all those conditions.
Okay, your court date will be January 26th, 9 a.m. over Zoom. So something will be sent to your email with the exact time that you should appear and also the link to use to appear by Zoom on that day.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nothing for me, Your Honor.
Nothing more, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're ready for Black, correct?
We're ready.
All right.
Your Honor, quickly, did you guys do already Nicholas Seuss already? Or is that not?
That was
coming?
yesterday.
That
Oh,
was yesterday.
Oh, thank you. Ah, made me happy. So this is our last one.
Correct.
Black is the last one, yes.
What a marathon.
Yeah.
Hello, could you state your name, please?
Joshua Black.
Mr. Black, I have your mailing address on Wellington Drive in Novi. Is that a good place for you to get mail from the court?
That's my sister address, because I don't know my mother's new address by heart, but yes, that's a good address.
Can the court send you mail to that address?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and is it okay if the court uses your phone number and your email to have contact with you?
Yes, but could I just in case the person who I'm in court against turn my phone off trying to be petty, can I like give y'all another number?
Yeah, you want to give me a second phone number to put into your file?
Yes, my mother's number,
Okay, go ahead.
313-758-8691.
8691.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and your email is J, has a J on the front, and then Joshua Black?
Yes. And
Okay.
then 12@gmail.com.
Okay. Okay, this is State of Michigan versus Joshua Black. This is Washtenaw County Sheriff's Department report number 233738. I have received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you are ready, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you. Assistant Public Defender Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Black today. Could you please read the formal complaint, Your Honor?
The complaint in this matter states that on or about January 14th, 2023 at 9762 Maple Lawn in Superior Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, defendant is accused in count 1 of committing the crime of assault or assault and battery. Did this get fixed? I think this is still wrong. Hang on, where's the thing I was gonna shred?
Back,
Yeah,
you just gave me that. Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, the one that I signed and sent over is right.
That's what you're gonna say.
Okay, this one is different. Okay, sorry about that. All right. Count 1 is a charge of domestic violence, making an assault or an assault and battery upon D'Angela Ross. That's a misdemeanor with a maximum of 93 days and or $500. And count 2 is a charge of assault or assault and battery with Adriana Sanderford as the alleged victim in that charge. That's also a misdemeanor with a maximum of 93 days and or $500.
Thank you, Your Honor. We stand mute to these charges.
Go ahead, Mr. Dowd.
There was an incorrection on my bond form. I meant to say no contact with D'Angelo. I put an address down instead of the names of the victims. So other than that, I have no additions.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to ask for a personal bond for Mr. Black today, please. He informed me he was not on probation or parole. I did not see any other open cases at the moment. He did not have any other holds that would also be holding him. He's gainfully employed as a traveling caregiver. He informed me he does not have to travel outside the state of Michigan for that. He has an 8-month-old that he helps take care of. It is with one of the complaining witnesses, but he informed me he can go through his mother, so he doesn't have to have any contact with her whatsoever regarding childcare. Additionally, he informed me the no going to the address would not be an issue either. He does not have a medical marijuana card, no firearms, and he provided a good contact information. So we're going to ask for a personal bond today, please.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'll give you a personal recognizance bond today, Mr. Black. That means you don't need to pay any money to leave the jail. While you're on bond, you're not to have any contact with D'Angela Ross or with Adriana Sanderford. No contact means you can't initiate contact, so no phone calls, no texting, no email. Do not use social media or another person to have contact with those people. If they try to contact you, you can't answer or reply. You understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can take the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Department with you to the Maple Lawn address to get your belongings. Otherwise, you can't be there for any reason. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
While you're on bond, no alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs, no purchase or possession of firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. No criminal behavior and no assaultive behavior. Any questions about those conditions?
No, ma'am.
The court date will be on January 26th. Is that getting scheduled with Judge Barr?
Yes, it'll be in person.
January 26th in person at 9 a.m. And that will be in the courthouse on Michigan Avenue in downtown Ypsilanti. Any questions about that?
What if what if I'm not able to get a ride back out here? How do I go?
That's not an option. You got to be there.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Yeah. If something does go wrong and you really can't make it, you need to immediately contact the court and contact the public defender's office. Okay? And tell them what happened and find out what you're supposed to do. Immediately. Not the next day, not a week later, not sometime in February. Okay? So if you're on your way for your 9 o'clock and you get a flat tire, you call as soon as you get to a phone.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right, you're all set.
I got one question. What am I supposed to do about my house?
Say it one more time.
I'm asking, what am I supposed to do about my house? Because the day,
Contact the sheriff's department and they will go with you to get your belongings.
okay.
All right, thank you. We still need Holly Farmer to sign this. Okay. All right, I think that's it.
All right, I appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Hopefully he's not as busy.
If I'm off tomorrow, so.
Yeah, all right. Well, good for you, Kelly. Not
But I had a
everybody
doctor's
is.
appointment at 8 a.m. by accident, so I will be going there at 8 a.m.
Okay.
All right.
All right, bye, guys.
Good Sunday. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that's everyone. Thank you. Thanks for your help and your patience. We're all set.
All right, I'll have people start signing documentation now.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, have a good day.
Thanks. Bye-bye.